Boston's only 100,000 watt country leader, C93 with Shotgun Charlie Walker in the air chair. At this time, let me tell you something. WAAC has scheduled a debate between the candidates running for Lowndes County Sheriff. Now, Sheriff Chris Prine regretfully declined stating scheduling conflicts. With us this morning is Sheriff candidate J.D. Yeager. How you doing, J.D.?
I'm great. Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Good morning. Great morning it is. Ready for tomorrow?
We're excited. I'm ready to go, and it's been a long, hard road, and I just can't wait to get tomorrow night over with.
Now, let me ask you something. What do you see as the biggest problem facing Lowndes County Sheriff's Department right now?
Well, there are several. I would say that the largest problem within the department is the departmental morale. The turnover rate is at an all-time high today, and we've got to do something about that. You know, when your employee turnover rate is that high, it's costing taxpayer dollars. You put people through the hiring process and putting them through the physicals and the background checks and everything, and then they're leaving right and left. That's costing us extra money. As I've said throughout this campaign, and my opponent has disagreed with me that the crime rate is increasing. He says it's not. The fact is that we've had over 300 burglaries per year in the last 3 years, and our homicides have more than doubled, and that's scary. We've got to get on top of that. We've got to get out in front of it, and we need proactive, progressive, aggressive law enforcement, and it's a leadership issue.
And let me ask you something. What was your vision for the department in 2013? Well,
in 2013, the very first thing that needs to be done is they need to go down there and make the employees feel safe. Let them know that they don't have to worry about feeding their families. They're a part of that organization and have been, a lot of them for many, many years. And I'm just not the man that could go down there and sweep people's legs out from under them and take their livelihood away from them. There are obviously changes that have to be made when new administration comes in. My advantage is that I do know a lot of those employees. I know their talents, their abilities. I know that there are several of them that are in positions that they don't need to be in. A lot of that's not their fault. There's talent down there that needs to be utilized that's not being utilized. We've got to get a handle back on the jail. The new jail facility is not being, it was designed, and my staff and I designed that jail. It was 75% complete when I left down there. So we've got to use it the way it was designed to be used, and that makes it more manpower friendly. It makes it more inmate friendly. It puts the inmates that are on long-term stays in better conditions in the new jail. You utilize the old jail for the short timers and the work detail inmates and things like that. And another thing, you know, with the jail is I went to Bibb County in 2005 and looked at a model that they had on a work release program, one of the finest in the state. And I used that model. I brought it back with our jail staff, and we designed a work release program for the county jail. At one point, we had 80 inmates on that work release program. Now, those inmates are not costing the taxpayers a dollar. You can, by law, charge them room and board to stay there. And from the checks that they receive from the jobs that they're out there on, they pay their fines and forfeitures, their child support, they send money to their families, and it's just an all-around good program. I have noticed, I've seen that my opponent is taking credit for establishing a work release program. It was established under our administration when I was the second in command, and I designed it in 2005, and it was very productive and a very worthy program. There are no inmates on work release today at Lowndes County Jail. There is no work release program at the county jail. So I want people to know the facts. I've made this campaign and I've stuck with what I said from the very beginning, that we're going to run this campaign on the facts, and we want people to be able to compare the candidates in this race on our qualifications and our abilities and experience. It's not personal. I've said many times, I don't dislike the current sheriff as a person. I just don't think that the job's been done that we need done, and from my experience, I know what the job is. I just want people to know the truth, and in campaigns, we're seeing it nationwide today. You can say anything you want to say. Some people will grab a hold of it and believe it. Others may not. But unless you've got something to back it up, then it don't need to be said.
Now, let me ask you something. If there's one thing that you'd like the citizens of Lowndes County to know about you, what would that be?
probably the most important thing to me for people to know is that I've probably grown up 20 years in the last 4. I had gotten to a position, and I know in my life before that I guess I felt like something was over me. And losing the election in 2008, and I've told my opponent this, it was the greatest experience of my life. It changed the whole direction, and you know me. It changed the whole direction and thought process for me. And it made me a stronger person, and I feel like a better person. I went into this campaign, and I'm seeking this office for all the right reasons. And I just want our sheriff's office to once again be what it used to be. And when I say what it used to be, it's something that the employees can be proud of, that the citizens of this community can go to other communities and other towns and they can be proud of. When people talk about they're from Lowndes County, they can be proud of the sheriff's office that they have. I want it to be recognized by other sheriff's offices, other law enforcement agencies across the state as a training facility, as something they would mock their departments after. And we just don't have that today, and we need to get back to it. And I know that I can do that.
Well, good luck for tomorrow, J.D. We appreciate your time and knowledge on the subject.
Well, I appreciate you having me, and you know, these debates and these opportunities to get out and talk to the people, it's really important to me to be able to put our views out there in front of people. And I told a man this the other day, I haven't declined an opportunity to debate or to be at a forum or to be in front of the public. In any other employment situation, when you fill out an application for a job, which is what I'm doing, I'm asking for a job. When you get notification of an interview with those people that are hiring you or potentially hiring you, if you decline that notice for interview, generally your application is discarded. It's not that way, it seems, in this particular employment situation. But I just feel like that the people deserve to hear from us, hear our views, hear how we respond to their questions, and let them make a choice, like I said, based on the facts, not on the fact that I've known this one or that one for so many years, or where either of us go to church. It should be on the facts and our qualifications. And before we get out of here, Charlie, I want to say one more thing that I heard on a radio ad here just last week, that my opponent is saying that he is responsible for returning to the general fund more revenue than any other sheriff in the last 20 years. I pulled directly from the county finance department. I pulled the records, and his administration, just this year that ended in July 30th budget year, generated $2.628 million to the general fund, returned that to the general fund. That's all fines and forfeitures, including Georgia State Patrol fines and everything. There were 12 years during the previous administration that more revenue was generated and returned to the general fund. 9 of those years, I believe, were in excess of $3.25 million. That's just another example that I'm saying that I want the facts out there for people to look at, not just what somebody says.
J.D., we appreciate your time on it, brother, and good luck in tomorrow's election, man.
Well, thank you so much, and again, I appreciate you giving us the time on the radio and the opportunity to be here, and we just want people to, regardless of what, go vote.
Yeah.
Vote your conscience, but let your voice be heard.
Once again, Sheriff Chris Prine regretfully declined, stating scheduling conflicts. So once again, we'd like to thank both candidates and wish them the best of luck. Coming back, got a little bit of Toby Keith for you right here at Valdosta's only 100,000 watt country leader, C93.
Every year about